This is Martin. Martin coming to you from the Urban Renaissance Center. This is the next edition of Urban Ren. This is strictly Gus Macker this time. We have rebirthed almost like a phoenix of kind. And I have with me the magnanimous Coach Linnell Jones.
Thank you for having me.
This is, the reason this holds such a special place in my heart is because I can remember growing up, the Gus Macker, as well as they had the Mecca downtown as well. Mm-hmm. And everybody who was somebody was down there.
Exactly.
And everybody who wanted to be somebody was down there.
Right, for sure. Mm-hmm.
The whole city of Flint was united.
Exactly.
And I'm anticipating and excited to see that happen again.
Yeah.
Because the last couple of years it's been growing and growing and growing. Mm-hmm. And the best thing about the Gus Macker is you get teams from all over the state. Some even out of state are going to be down the Gus Macker. So you see different styles of basketball. You see different cultures, if you will.
Absolutely.
Because in Flint, sports used to be the culture in Flint.
Right, absolutely.
And if you weren't an athlete in Flint, you were nobody.
Well, we did produce more professional athletes than any city in the history of America.
Per capita.
Exactly.
I mean, when you think about how small this city is, and you make a statement like that.
Right. Yeah.
We produce so many professional athletes, and everybody thinks about basketball and football. They forget about the Jim Abbotts and baseball and
cycling.
We had track people.
Yeah. Tennis.
Forgot about Mel Washington.
Yeah.
On and on and on.
Exactly.
So in that vein, the Gus Macker, what it meant to me was the opportunity to see the up and coming stars.
Yeah.
And playing in a format that wasn't so strictly regimented like a 5-on-5.
Exactly.
So you got the opportunity to showcase your skills.
Yeah.
Whether you could defend somebody or not.
Right.
Whether you had that one-on-one post move down there that nobody could stop. But you got to showcase your individual talents.
Right.
And once you did something in the Gus Macker, you had arrived on the scene.
There you go. Exactly.
So this year, it's going to be, once again, downtown Flint, July 26th. Be there or be square. So I would ask, what does the Gus Macker mean to you, though?
Well, I'm going to go all the way back as far as basketball. I'm going to go all the way back as far as my dream.
Okay.
And I always tell this story because this is her story, not history, but her story.
Okay.
So when I was 8 years old, I had a dream to play professional basketball. They didn't have a girls' sports program, but I imagined myself traveling around the world playing professional basketball. Eventually, that dream happened, and then when I traveled all over in Europe, all over the world actually. Became the best basketball player in the world, became one of the best basketball players in the country, inducted in 6 Hall of Fame, inducted as the trailblazer of women's basketball here in the United States of America. And after doing that, I came back to Flint to be able to give every child an opportunity to dream like I had a dream.
Okay.
When I first came back, I think I had first came back from overseas, or it might have been my last year in college. I had been playing in the Gus Macker, and we traveled all over the state.
Okay.
And then I said, hey, Gus, bring this to Flint. And so I was the first person to bring the Gus Macker to Flint back in the late 80s.
I remember that.
No, it was early 80s.
Early 80s, yeah.
Yeah, early 80s. And so then it grew, and it grew, and it grew. But then they were away for 20 years. And then 4 years ago, you could say 3 years ago, I brought the Gus Macker back to Flint. And so here we stand. This will be the 4th year, and it's their 50th anniversary. So what does it mean to me? It means to me that if you like the game of basketball, if you like competition, and if you are just a person that, likes sports, July the 27th and 28th is going to be the place to be, downtown at the county lot. It's not going to be at the flat lot this year. It's going to be at the county lot because they're doing, the street construction. Even though the flat lot is back open for parking, we still couldn't confirm, hosting the Gus Macker.
Okay, so where is the county lot then?
The county lot is off of Beach Street, right behind. Is it the district court?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Right behind that building,
Yeah.
off of Beach Street,
Mm-hmm.
near 2nd.
Okay.
So that's where the tournament is going to be held.
I'm glad you clarified that because I did not know that.
Absolutely, yep. That's where it's going to
Wow.
be held. On the 26th, we're going to have a free mini basketball clinic for all kids. All kids are welcome at 4:00 p.m. that Friday. All kids that are interested in just being a part of this mini basketball clinic is going to be free. That's at 4:00. And then at 7:00 p.m. that Friday, we're going to kick it off with a gospel concert.
Okay.
A gospel concert at 7:00.
Okay.
And then Saturday is going to be the opening game ceremonies at 9:00. The opening game ceremonies at 9:00. Registration is open right now at Macker.com. Macker.com. Registration is open, Macker.com. But you know the most important thing is we bringing the city together.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just a tournament. You're gonna be able to go down. You're gonna be able to have. It's gonna be food trucks down there. We're gonna have a lot of organizations that have resources.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everything is gonna be geared towards bringing this community together to kick off the summer for our kids, and also to let our young people know that the dream is still alive.
And you know, I believe wholeheartedly that that connection that you have, that I've always had,
Right.
begins with sports.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you become a member of a sports team, you realize the world does not revolve around you anymore.
Exactly.
And you get
Yeah.
the concept that you are but a part of a bigger picture. And that's what I thought. Because when I used to see with the Gus Macker,
Yeah.
you can select your own teams.
Exactly. You can select your own team.
No politics involved.
Yep.
You're not impressing no coach.
Right.
You
right.
get people that you know you're comfortable playing with already.
Exactly.
And y'all can go out there and just show y'all
Yep,
talent. So
exactly.
the camaraderie you get from sports,
That's right. That's right.
it lasts a lifetime.
It's worldwide, man.
It lasts a lifetime. And then when you
Yes.
start thinking about, like I said, the worldwide aspect,
Yeah.
something like a 3-on-3 tournament
Mm-hmm.
allows you to kind of showcase your skills.
Right. Right.
There might be a coach in the background, someone
Right.
watching you.
Right.
There might be some school administrator or whatever and say, this kid looks like he might have some potential.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I always admired about you was that you use basketball as a tool
Exactly.
to gain access to higher education
There you go.
and to your entrepreneurship that you already have right now.
Exactly.
Sports can be a very important vehicle for that.
That's right.
The thing about the sports that used to get me was that the morale it builds
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and the self-esteem it builds.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I used to be real mousy quiet, but get me on that court and you couldn't shut me
Exactly.
up.
Exactly.
And to me, sports, it brought out that.
Yeah, and then you got the same mindset. Like for example, when I played, so I played 2 years ago. I played in the Gus Macker,
I remember that.
and so Lori Bird and Tracy Bird, and Lori, she played professional basketball all over the world. Tracy was a boxer, female boxer, all over the world. And so when I decided I was going to play in the Gus Macker, I said, hey, Tracy, hey, Lori. They came from, Lori living in San Diego, California. Tracy living in Las Vegas, Nevada. They came to Flint so that we could hook up and play. And we played, we in our 60s, but we played some kids, some college kids. And they, oh yeah, come on, y'all ready? They talking that yang, Man, them young 20-year-olds, you know what I'm saying? They was gonna come out there, they try to do all this, and we just standing back, playing this regular defense, you know what I'm saying? Knowing how to play that D, knowing how to get that ball to that open person. Man, we beat them little young whippersnappers, you know what I'm saying?
There is nothing like experience.
Oh, it's experience, it's knowledge, it's experience. But like what you was talking about earlier, it's that camaraderie, it's that teamwork. And what I like about this tournament is it's going to kick off the summer events. And it's going to kick it off with this spirit of team, with this spirit of Flint. Let's do it for our kids. Flint, we need to come together. Flint, let's do this so that our kids can understand and realize that we are one. The only way that we're going to be able to make a change, because there has to be a change in this city. Because, years ago, like I said earlier, We produce more professional athletes per capita than any city in the history of America. However, also, after-school program, community ed originated from Flint.
Exactly.
Flint Parks and Rec originated from Flint. General Motors originated from Flint. If I'm not mistaken, at one point we was per capita one of the richest towns in the country.
In the world.
In the world.
In the world. People don't even realize the rich heritage this city has.
Yes.
And sports has always been an integral part of that.
Sports.
When I look at,
exactly.
at the ways, like I said, I used to have a really, really bad stutter when I was a kid.
Yeah,
So it muted me. I didn't say a whole bunch.
Right.
But the confidence that builds when you start taking place in a team sport.
In the team sport.
When you're allowed to submerge yourself into a bigger entity.
Yeah.
And you realize that even though you might be an important part,
right.
it's not all about you.
Yeah, that's right.
And what that does is that centers you,
mm-hmm.
so that when you do go out somewhere, and even if you just got a job somewhere,
mm-hmm.
you know that I'm going to do this job to the utmost.
Right.
Because I'm playing a very important part of this job.
Right.
Because when I was coming up, I was never a starter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what I discovered was that I was often on the floor in the fourth quarter. So
that's when they needed you most.
So it really didn't matter who started.
Right.
What was more important was who finished.
That's right. That's right.
So they trusted me in the clutch.
Yeah.
Because I'd shown them that this moment wasn't too big for me. And a lot of that stuff I learned sitting on the sidelines, watching the flow of the game, observing opponents' tendencies. And so now when I get in the fourth quarter, I get in the game, I'm fresh. I've been watching what you've been doing for the whole 3 quarters. I'm not going to let you do that now because I'm
You know
on
what,
the
man?
bench.
You just said something that needs to be repeated. This moment was never too big for me. You know, we have some young people in this community right now that haven't had an opportunity to experience that moment.
That moment.
We have some young people right now that might be living in inferiority. You know what I'm saying? Inferiority complex. We have some young people in here that haven't even developed their craft or haven't even discovered their gift.
Yeah.
When you come into this earth, when you come on this earth, when you come into this world, you come in this world with a passion, with a dream, and with gifts and talents. And I want to repeat what you just got through saying.
For me.
This moment, I want you to know this moment is not too big for you. Your dream, whatever your dream is, whatever your gifts are, whatever your passion is, you could be 3 or 80. It don't matter. This moment is not too big for you. You came on this earth for a purpose. You have something on the inside of you that can help make this world a better place. That can help make that kid that live right next door to you, or that will help the older person right across the street from you. It's something on the inside of you that you can make a person's life better. This moment is not too big for you. There's something that you was born to do. And you know what? It's time for you to get to it. Wow. I'm doing the Gus Macker. I work with young people. I'm the executive director over there at Salvation Army, trying to help make kids' lives better. But it's something that you were born to do. And I just want you to know this moment is not too big for you because you was born for this. You was born for this. And that's why we're here right now. Urban Renaissance has allowed me to come in here and have this interview with Mr. Mark. Let me tell y'all something that's out there. This moment is not too big for you. The Urban Renaissance, they doing some great things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we want this city to come together. Our children matter. Our children, this next generation matters. And we're making this investment. And everybody that's on the face of this earth, everybody that's in the United States of America, and everybody that's in the state of Michigan, and everybody that's in the city of Flint, you have a purpose. There's a plan that's been laid out for you before the foundation of the world. And when you hit this earth, there's something special for you to do. This is Linnell Jones McKinney. I'm the executive director of Salvation Army Life Center. That's major, man, what you just got through saying.
Well, you know, the reason I said that was because I languished in other people's shadows for years. Not just other artists, or just people in my environment that I lack confidence to step to the forefront. And what I didn't understand, and this is what I learned from the military, no matter how insignificant, how low you think you are,
Right.
there's always somebody lower than you watching.
You said that at some point in time that you was real quiet. I was real quiet too.
Okay.
But the reason why I was real quiet was because I had about 30 other kids in the classroom that was bullying me. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
And so on the inside, in elementary and middle school, on the inside of me, I imagined myself traveling around the world playing professional basketball. And just about a month ago, I was sharing my testimony. And I was talking about how God had blessed me to travel around the world, and God blessed me to work with young people. And I've been, all of these Hall of Fames and all that kind of stuff. And I got excited about it. I got passionate about it. And then there was an older lady sitting right in front of me. And she said, I got a question. Well, she didn't say question. She said, I got something I want to say. And she said, I remember you as a kid. And she said, I have followed you. She said, but you was very quiet as a kid. And it brought tears to my eyes because I said, you know why I was very quiet? Because I was hiding within myself. Because I didn't want to get too loud because I was already being bullied. So I was trying to keep within myself so I didn't want to move too much. But when I get out on that court after I left that math class, when I got out on that court in the park, and I worked on my game by myself. That's what prepared me for greatness because I imagined myself, regardless to who bullying you, regardless to whether or not you in poverty or lack, or regardless to where you don't have everything you think you need, there's still something on the inside of you that you can develop. And man, I imagined myself traveling around the world at the age of 8 years old. And even though I was bullied, I was able to go and develop my craft to the point to where I became the best in the world. And what's my point? This Gus Macker is going to be happening in July the 27th and 28th. That Friday, we're going to have a free mini basketball clinic and a gospel concert downtown at the county lot off of Church Street. But you can go to Macker.com and register. Macker.com and register. We also have the opportunity, you can go there and also click on the link for sponsorships. But let me tell you something. This is an opportunity for Flint to come together. Our children matter. Our children have gifts and talents that we got to invest in. Because if we don't invest in this generation, we might as well kiss this world goodbye. Because we have got to make sure that every child discover their gift, and we don't have to charge them because we didn't have to pay. Did you have to pay anything when you was coming? We didn't have to. The late, great C.S. Mott paid for everything. He made sure we had sports, Flint Olympia Games, summer, Canusa Games, Parks and Rec. I'm telling you, this city was the best city to live in. And I just want to say thank you to Renaissance and Mr. Martin for giving me an opportunity to come in and share about the Macker, and me as Executive Director of Salvation Army Life Center, first female to come out of Flint to play professional basketball. Your dream matters. You can do it. You don't have to be a castaway. And let me tell you something. You can prepare for that moment to be the greatest that you can be. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you again for bringing me in about the Gus Macker basketball, 3-on-3 basketball tournament. This is the largest basketball tournament in the world. Coming to Flint, the Mac is back.
We are honored to have you here. But on that note, this is the Urban Renaissance Center, and this is Martin and our esteemed guest, Coach Linnell Jones. We're wrapping it up. So like, comment, share, look at that algorithm. You know what to do. Whatever you're going to do to keep this thing here going, because like she said, Flint is coming together. And we're going to do it with or without you. We prefer to do it.